Hey everyone, my name is Jessie. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing the Cozy Autumn book tag. So I will have all of the questions in the description box down below, as well as the original creator of the tag. And we're just gonna go ahead and get right into it. First question, what book reminds you of fall? So I have a couple of answers for this. I would say definitely An Enchantment of Ravens by Margaret Rogerson. So this one is a short YA fantasy that is just so autumnal because of the cozy atmosphere in this book. I just feel like the forest setting is very fall-like. And then the sweet romance in this book and the fairy tale-like quality that it has, I just feel like all of it lends itself to being read in autumn so well, and I adored it. I think if you go in with the correct expectations for this one, which is to just kind of enjoy a sweet, more insta-love type romance story that has some sweet themes of why it's so beautiful that humans are the way we are, then I think you'll really enjoy this one because I just thought it was so cozy. And then I of course also have to say The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater, which I would say is more paranormal, yet still retains this cozy quality to it because of the characters and their relationship with each other. This follows some high school students. These high school students go to this preparatory school and they are known as the Raven Boys, and they are looking to unlock the secrets of this dead king by following these ley lines that are apparently where ghosts live in their city, and it's just really interesting. The plot is a little bit meandering, but I think what's so beautiful about this series is the writing. Maggie Stiefvater's writing is so whimsical, so atmospheric, perfect for fall, and I just love the characters of this story so much. Lou is one of my favorite literary characters of all time, so her dynamic with the Raven Boys is something I adored, and I love this series so much, and it's just perfect for fall. The next question is, what is your favorite autumnal book cover? So for this one, I'm actually gonna have to go with a book I didn't necessarily love, but I just think that this cover screams fall better than any other on my shelf, and that is The Wood by Chelsea Bobulski. Look at that leaf. I mean, come on. It's a changed leaf with blood dripping down it and spooky words that says, "Do not travel from the paths, do not linger after dark, do not ignore the calling." I mean, come on. This is the perfect fall cover. I don't know what screams fall more than that does. I wish that the inside matched the vibe that this cover gives. I was expecting more of like a horror story, and this was very much fantasy. Like, it felt very fantasy. It's like time travel and has a lot of magical realism in it. But that cover is so awesome. What is your favorite autumnal drink to read with? I'm going to be super basic and say pumpkin spice lattes. Do you prefer to read late at night or early in the morning? I prefer to read whenever my baby is sleeping, which is not often, but when it does happen, you can find me trying to read, which I would say now that we're kind of in a routine and she's a little bit older, when I say older, she's almost 5 months now, she does go to sleep pretty early, like between 8 and 9. So when she goes down for bed at that time, I'm usually able to read for like a couple hours, which is so nice. So I would say that time. Halloween is coming. What is your favorite spooky read? I'm laughing because it's my favorite book of all time, but I get made fun of all the time for it because it's not very well rated. It's like, no one likes it except for Jake from the Bookish Drummer, whose channel I will link down below. Alan makes fun of me. I think Alan would like this book, to be honest. So if you haven't guessed it, it's Imaginary Friend by Stephen Chbosky. And now that I've mentioned it another time on my channel, Michael Knipp actually has to read it. So, Michael, I'll be waiting for your review. I hope you don't hate it. This book is my favorite book ever. And if you haven't heard me talk about it on my channel, which would be shocking, you'd have to be very new here. I'm obsessed. I mention it all the time. It's about this little boy and his mom who moved to a new town. The little boy goes missing for 6 days. He's found, but he has no memory of what happened during those 6 days, and he returns to his mother changed in certain ways, and it goes from there. It's horror, it's spooky. It almost has this Stranger Things like quality to it. It's very long. It's like 700 pages, which is why a lot of people, I think, don't like it. Well, it's a thing happens. Like, it goes a different direction. I'll just say that, because I don't want to give any spoilers if you do want to read it. If you do pick it up and you hate it, I'm so sorry. But I love it. What is the ultimate comfort read for you? This, I usually don't go to books for like comfort, but if I had to pick a book for a comfort read, I actually think I would pick I'll Give You the Sun by Jandy Nelson, because this is the sweetest, most wholesome, beautifully written book. It's so whimsical. Jandy Nelson's writing is unlike anyone else's. She has a way with words that just connects with me. I love it so much. The characters, Noah and Jude, are like the best. They're twins. It's this YA contemporary, which is shocking because I usually don't gravitate towards YA contemporaries just because I'm not the target audience anymore. But this one just blew me away, and it's one of my favorites of all time, and it's just the sweetest, most quotable book. It's lovely. So this is, I would say, if I were to pick up a book to give me comfort, it would be this one. What is your favorite autumnal reading snack? I'm gonna go get it. You guys are gonna love this. Pumpkin spice cookies. They're amazing. They're so good. If you love pumpkin spice, they're, oh my God, pumpkin spice cookie dough with premier white morsels. Premier white morsels, not just like white chocolate, premier. They're so good. Highly recommend if you can find them. What is your favorite autumnal candle to burn whilst reading? Pumpkin brulee from Target. That one. When you're not reading, what is your favorite autumnal activity? I would say carving pumpkins. Definitely not going to haunted houses. My high school friends used to love going to haunted houses in October, which I feel like is a very common fall activity. I hate them. I hate them so much. I used to live in Japan, and I went to high school in Japan, in Tokyo. And so my friends always wanted to go to the scariest haunted houses. And if you didn't know, Japan is very good at making very scary films. Like The Grudge was originally a Japanese film, The Ring. They're just really good at scares. That also applies to haunted houses. So we went into one that was a haunted hospital, and it was a 45-minute haunted house. And I did not want to do it. But it was with a big enough group that I was like, fine, I'll do it. We ended up doing that haunted house in a total of 15 minutes. So we shaved a nice 30 minutes off of the run time for the haunted house because we literally sprinted the entire way. It was the scariest thing I've ever done. I'll read any scary book. You cannot make me go into another haunted house. I hate them. I hate them so much. What is on your autumn/fall reading list? I have a couple of like spooky books that I'd love to get to by the end of the month. That would include Frankenstein by Mary Shelley, which is a classic. I feel like everyone knows what Frankenstein is. Dracula, same thing. Bram Stoker, classic. Feel like I just should read it. And then The Troop by Nick Cutter, which I've heard is disgusting. I don't know if I'm gonna like this because I like horror books, Don't get me wrong. I usually don't get scared by books. I usually get scared by movies because I don't picture things while I'm reading as much. So a book could be like the scariest book, and I have yet to be scared by a book. So I like horror, and I can read pretty much anything. But something about body horror, which I feel like this book is filled with, I don't know if I'm gonna like it, because it's like not scary to me. It's kind of just like gross. So I'm hesitant. I've heard it's just so disgusting, but everyone seems to really like it still. So we'll see. We'll see if I like it. So that was the Cozy Autumn book tag. I feel like this one goes around every year seasonally, so I'm not going to tag people, but if you have not done this book tag and you want to do it, consider yourself tagged. I would love to know what your favorite fall read is, so leave those comments down below. Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you like to, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye!